What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Everyday Tech and I'm back with another one. And I'm actually excited because I get to do one of my favorite types of reviews. And that is reviewing something that I've never tried in its class before. I am trying out these bad boys. These are the Truefree B1 Open Earbuds. So I have reviewed earbuds before, wireless earbuds, but never open ones. So what does that mean, right? The best way to describe it is imagine if your earbuds were constantly in transparency mode because they don't have an enclosure, they don't lock into your ear or seal anything. They're open. Sounds weird, right? And I've never really heard of the company Truefree before until they reached out and sent me this product, which, don't worry, does not affect my review. I'm still going to be 100% honest. They just wanted me to look at their product. They didn't even give me anything to say about it, right? So this is my first time using open earbuds, and I did not really know what to expect. In fact, I thought I was not going to like them. At first, I did not like them, but I did change my mind, and let me tell you why. So the first thing that I noticed was it feels weird. You see, usually when you get earbuds, they lock into place, and they're made to be secure and snug inside your ears. This one kind of rests on your ears. It took a while for me to figure out the exact way to put it on there, but it kind of hangs on your ear and wraps around, and I thought it was going to be uncomfortable, but it's super, super light. You don't get that ear strain from it being dug into your ear, and it just feels really good. It feels really light. It's one of those type of earbuds you can walk around and carry, right? Now, it could be because of the build. The build isn't anything crazy. It is a plasticky build with this soft rubber in between. It's not like titanium or metal that's going to feel somewhat heavy in your ears. Even the case is made of this soft plastic. It does feel a little bit cheap, but I haven't had any problem with it, even though I throw it in my book bag. So the fit is lightweight, comfortable, but a little awkward if it's your first time using open earbuds, because I'll show you, you have to let it sit like this. So it doesn't feel like it's the way it's supposed to be. You feel like you're doing something wrong. But you move your head around like I'm doing, and it stays. I was shocked at that. I was very happy with how comfortable they were. I was surprised with how comfortable they were. But these are earbuds, so what we're worried about is the sound quality. And that's the part that I had to adjust to. You see, you're not going to have that noise cancellation or the seal, so it's not going to be as in your face or in your ear as other earbuds. It's not going to be as loud or as bassy. It doesn't have that type of sound. It does sound like you are wearing pretty decent earbuds in transparency mode. So the sound quality is not perfect. It's not bad. It's not tinny. It's not distorted, but the volume's not super loud. It's not super bassy. It's fairly balanced, I would say, but it could be better. It's not the best sounding earbuds, but it definitely does sound good, especially when you consider the price. It's usually around $39, but sometimes it's on sale for like $10 less. I think on Amazon right now it's $29.99. So it's not expensive, so you're not going to get expensive sound, but it's still solid sound. The thing I like about this most isn't for listening to music, isn't for wearing it to the gym where I need to block out noise, but it's for every day, right? These are great everyday buds in the sense of somebody who needs to do a lot of phone calls, or maybe you're watching some videos and you don't want everyone else to hear. It's a great way to stay connected without it being overwhelmingly heavy or uncomfortable in your ear. The sound is not going to blow you away. That's just not going to happen. Not with these pair of leads. I don't know about other open buds. I do want to try, and I want to see if this company has some higher end ones that I can try. But it is going to sound clear, crisp, and you are going to be able to hear the environment around you. That's why I like it a lot, especially when I'm walking Rocky, or if I'm just walking around the house after on a phone call, or I get a phone call, I can still hear what's going around me, going on around me. I can still hear my music, and it still sounds great. It still sounds good. So it's not the best for sound quality, or if you're an audiophile, you're probably not going to like this. But if you're somebody who's walking around doing chores around the house, answering a lot of phone calls, especially that's what I primarily use this for. If I get a phone call, I tend to look for this before I look for my Pixel Buds. Not because my Pixel Buds are bad, but these just work so well, and I don't have to put on transparency mode. It's pretty cool because it sits in your ear, so it's playing noise in your ear, but it's not dug in. So you hear it because it's the closest thing to your ear canal, but you hear all the ambient noise. So take that into account before you go and buy open earbuds. This is great for the person who gets uncomfortable when something's jammed inside their ear or doesn't want to walk around with big old heavy earbuds. So the sound quality and the performance is really good. And the thing I think is really neat about this is because of the way it's open in your ear, they don't really have to put any extra tech inside the product to assist with the transparency mode. It just happens naturally. Therefore, you do save battery. In general, this gets about 25 hours worth of juice. I want to say 5 per bud until you charge them in the case. So the battery life has been pretty solid. I had this for like 2-3 weeks. I haven't charged it and it's still fine. And I use it off and on. Even if you do need to charge it, it does charge extremely quickly. I think 5 minutes gets you like 30 or 40 minutes, but it's a very solid battery life. The case also is really nice because it's very small, very oval shaped. It comes with a USB-C in the back and it kind of magnetizes to snap into place for your left and your right buds. I also like the fact that they separate the left and the right with colors, not just the L and the R. So you can basically go red is right, white is left. So it's pretty solid in that way. And it's so light. It doesn't feel durable though. It doesn't feel like the most durable case you would get, but it does feel nice enough to throw in your pocket, throw in your bag. It's a great little case, especially if it's your backup pair, which this has become my backup pair. This is actually really neat and the size is really small and it barely weighs a thing. And the openness of it, I didn't expect to like. I love noise cancellation. I love blocking out all the outside noise. So I didn't really know I had a need for open earbuds until I tried this guy out and realized that there's a lot of things I do where I want to hear what's going on around me. And these nailed it. I'm actually very happy they sent this to me. My first impressions are very positive. I might follow up later on. I might actually try and see if there's better versions of this to try out, but I'll try to drop a link for these in the description. I don't have Amazon affiliate set up, not yet at least, so it doesn't go to me, but for anyone who's looking for a nice, cheap, serviceable pair of headphones that have decent battery life, pretty good sound, and it's open for you walking around and not, getting attacked by a pack of wild dogs because you can't hear what's going on behind you, try these guys out. I tried it and I was pleasantly surprised. There's not much to say about it other than it looks good. It actually fits well once you figure out how to put it on your ear. Once you kind of figure out where it sits on your ear and get over the fact that it feels like it's going to fall out, because it never does. Like, it feels like it's going to fall out because it feels so light and it's not gripping my ear too hard. So if you want something like that, check these guys out. I'll drop the link in the description. Let me know what you think about these. Let me know what your favorite open ear earbuds are, and I might see about trying them out because I'm actually curious about this style now. It worked so well for me on this budget-friendly version that I got to see what else is out there. So drop them in the comments, let me know, and once again, thanks for letting me talk about tech. Peace.